Hello? Hello, hello. Hello? Good morning, one and all. Dear audience, please maintain the decorum. Please be silent. I'm requesting the students to fill the front rows. I'm requesting the students to fill the front rows. Come and fill the front rows.
Hello, 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 hello.
కదరా! ఒక్కొక్క స్టూడెంట్ చేస్తుంటారు. అలా రాండమ్‌గా మనం ఎత్తేస్తాం అంతే తప్పితే కొంచెం జనరల్‌గా ఇష్టపెట్టుకొని కూడా తెలియని నంబరొస్తాయి.
Signal processing and cyber security are at the heart for controlling and managing the energy and power systems. With the hope of achieving zero carbon emission with the enhanced energy and power systems. On the eve of this wonderful morning, I, Dr. Ashima Sindhu Mohanty, from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, wholeheartedly welcome you all to the IEEE Second International Symposium on Sustainable Energy, Signal Processing and Cybersecurity 2022, being organized by the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, GIET University, Gunupur. Now, I'd like to invite our dignitaries onto the dais. Dr. Ajay K. Garg, former Chief Scientist, Senior Director, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, GOI. Dr. Chandradhwaja Panda, Vice President, GIET University, Gunupur. Dr. Jagdish Panda, Director General, GIET University, Gunupur. Dr. Gautam Ghosh, Vice Chancellor, GIET University, Gunupur. Dr. Kamlakanta Mahapatra, Professor HAG, Department of ECE, NIT Rourkela. Dr. Bibhudatta Sahu, Associate Professor, Department of CSE, Associate Dean, AIIR, NIT Rourkela. And Dr. Pratap Kumar Panigrahi, General Chair, IEEE 2022. Thank you, sirs. Now, I'd like to request our girls to present the flower bouquets to our dignitaries as a token of gratitude. Please, girls. Thank you, girls. Now, dear audience, moving ahead, we will be having our auspicious lamp lighting ceremony as a tribute to Mother Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom, knowledge, and music. I'd like to request our girls to proceed with a devotional song. या वीणा वरदण्ड मण्डितकरा श्वेत पद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभुदिवी देवै सदा वन्दिता सा मा पातु सरस्वती भगवती निश्चय सजाड्या पहा शुक्लं ब्रह्म विचार सार परमा आद्यं जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदाम् जाड्यन्धकारापहाम् हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकं विदधतीम् पद्मासने संसिता वन्दे तं परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम् Dear peers, today among us is such a personality who is absolutely responsible for bringing the people together to have a brief discussion, to have a brief addressal on sustainable energy, signal processing, and cyber security. Dr. Pratap Kumar Panigrahi, the General Chair, IEEE 2022. I'd like to request Dr. Panigrahi to introduce our noble audience to this International Symposium 2022. Sir, please.
Honorable dignitaries on the dais, our chief guest for the conference, Dr. Ajay Kumar Garg, General Chair of the conference, Professor Kamalakanta Mahapatra, Technical Program Chair of the conference, Dr. Vibhudatta Sahu, Honorable Vice President of GIET University, Dr. Chandradhoj Ponda, Honorable Director General of GIET University, Dr. Jagadish Ponda, Honorable Vice Chancellor of GIET University, Professor Gautam Ghosh, distinguished invited keynote speakers, session chairs, senior professors, colleagues, my dear students, and media personalities. A very good morning to everyone, and thank you all for joining us at the 2022 Second International Symposium on Sustainable Energy, Signal Processing, and Cyber Security. It is my great pleasure to present the proceedings of the 2022 Second International Symposium on Sustainable Energy, Signal Processing, and Cyber Security. The symposium is technically co-sponsored by IEEE Kolkata section, IEEE Bhubaneswar subsection, and IEEE Rourkela subsection, and being organized by the Department of Electrical and Electronics, GIET University, Gunupur, with all its glory. We were honored to have Dr. Ajay Kumar Garg, former Senior Director, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, as our chief guest, and Dr. Rajendra Kumar Pandey, Professor and Head, Electrical Engineering, IIT BHU, as our first keynote speaker, Dr. Devabrata Nayak, Head Cyber Security, Ericsson India Limited, as second keynote speaker. Our third keynote speaker is Dr. Siddharth Mukhopadhyay, Professor and Head Electrical Engineering, IIT Kharagpur. Our fourth keynote speaker is Dr. Lionel A. Sousa, Professor in Electronics Communication Engineering, University of Lisbon, Portugal, and Dr. Kailash Chandra Rai, Associate Professor in Electrical Engineering, IIT Patna, as our sixth keynote speaker. We are also honored to have Dr. Kamalakanto Mahapatra, Professor HAG, Electronics Communication Department, NIT Rourkela, as our General Chair of the conference, and Dr. Vibhudat Sahu, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science Engineering, NIT Rourkela, as Technical Program Chair. I also extend my warm welcome to our esteemed session chairs for the parallel technical sessions, namely Dr. Sarandindu Ghosh, ex-professor and dean, NIT Durgapur, Dr. Nivaran Das, Jadavpur University, Dr. Bidut Kumar Patra, IIT BHU, Dr. Devi Prasad Dogra, IIT Bhubaneswar, Dr. Asin Kumar, NIT Kurukshetra, Dr. Subrat Banerjee, Electrical Engineering, NIT Durgapur, Dr. Richa Negi, MNNIT Allahabad, Dr. Poonam Singh, NIT Rourkela, Dr. Rajesh Kumar, NEMA, Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology, Bhopal, Dr. BB Poti, VSACUT Burla, Dr. PK Hota, VSACUT Burla, Dr. Jibides Misra, OUTR Bhubaneswar, Dr. PK Rai, OUTR Bhubaneswar, Dr. Shiv Kumar Misra, CAPGS BPUT Rourkela, Dr. Monish Okde, NIT Rourkela, Dr. Ratnakar Das, NIT Rourkela, Dr. Gopal Krishna, NIT Rourkela, Dr. Somendra Sarangi, MNNIT Allahabad, Dr. Sambit Bakshi, NIT Rourkela, Dr. Srinivas Sethi, IGIT Sarang, Dr. Lakshmi Shah, Senior Data Scientist, Lead AIML, as our session chairs for 3 days symposium. The conference has solicited and gathered 288 technical research submissions related to all aspects of major conference themes and tracks. After the rigorous peer review process, 124 papers of the submitted papers were selected on the basis of originality, significance, nobility for the purpose of the conference. Special gratitude and appreciation are due to the various authors, reviewers, as they are primarily responsible for the content of the technical program. I also express my sincere gratitude for the efforts put by all the organizing teams, sponsors, student coordinators, persons who directly or indirectly contributed to the conference. I express my sincere gratitude to all the organizing team members for their hard work and effort in planning and coordinating the various sessions of this event. I also express my sincere gratitude for the efforts put by all the student coordinators who have worked extremely hard towards the details of every important aspects of the conference. On behalf of the organizing committee of this second edition of this International Symposium, I like to extend my warm welcome to all the print and electronic media for publicity of the symposium. I encourage authors, delegates to participate actively in the interesting discussions over the 3 days of the symposium. I wish everyone a rewarding and enjoyable time at IEEE 2022. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving a brief introduction to our audience towards our keynote speakers, program chairs, general chairs, and other research personnels. There is a personality among us for whom the research is to see what everybody else has seen and to think what nobody has thought. Dr. Vibhudat Sahu, who is presently working as an associate professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at the National Institute of Technology, Rourkela. He is a Communication and Computing Research Group member and the professor of the Cloud Computing Research Laboratory. His research interests lie in parallel and distributed systems, cloud computing, sensor networks, VLSI design, Internet of Things, software-defined networks, multi-core architecture, 5G networks, web engineering, and algorithmic engineering. Well, Dr. Sahu is a life member of IEEE, CSI, ISTE, ISCA, and the Odisha Science Academy. In addition, he is also a member of IEEE, a professional member of ACM, and the author as well as co-author of over 250 publications, book chapters, research monographs, and research reference books. I'd like to invite Dr. Bibhudatta Sahu to address our noble audience. Sir, please.
Thank you, thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to address this gathering. Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Garg, Vice Chancellor, President of GIET University, Dr. Satyaprakash Panda, Director General of GIET University, Dr. Jagdish Panda, Vice President of GIET University, President of the GIET University, Dr. Satyaprakash Panda, Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. Gautam Ghosh, and General Chair of this conference, Professor K.K. Mahapatra of NIT Rourkela, Professor Pratap Kumar Padigrai of GIET University. So we are reached at the date December 15th when we are ready to present the authors who have been selected with rigorous review in front of you to celebrate or to present their idea on the theme of this conference, which is ISSSC, this International Conference Symposium on Sustainable Energy and Signal Processing. It's my great pleasure to invite all the authors to this forum who are encouraged to present their idea independently in front of the expert members, the session chairs, and where they can exchange their idea, get the feedback of the competent personality, how to enrich the research or how to testify the claims which they are claiming through their work. And we have 10 technical sessions. We have parallel sessions. We have 3 sessions on first day, and we have 6 sessions on second day, and we have again 3 sessions on third day, that is on 18th. So we are able to arrange the sessions parallelly because we have 24 members to accommodate, and I thankful to all the session chairs who are agreed to conduct or who are present remotely, facilitating the online presentation of the researchers. Due to the pandemic, we are encouraging the participants to present online, but those who conduct this university in person to present, I want to congratulate them. They should spend the quality time in this beautiful university to present their paper, and they should exchange their idea with the faculty member of the respective department so that they will have they can share their view with the faculty members and the students of this institute. And finally, we are also planning to award the people in terms of the quality or the best paper that will be decided by the session chairs, and that award will be declared during the valedictory session of the session. I welcome all the researchers, those who are present remotely, those who are present in person, to present their paper. And I also request the students and the audience to join in good number with the online link so that they can put their question, they can ignite the thought with them after listening to the research contribution by various researchers. Finally, I would like to thank the university administration who actually allow me to serve as a technical program chair in their one of the conference. I really thankful to the general chairs who are encouraged me to support, to provide my best to save the things into this conference. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your appreciation regarding this international symposium. we readily accept your token of gratitude for the successful completion of this international symposium. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is such a personality present among us today for whom technical knowledge is indeed much crucial, but at the same time, he also focuses on the purpose of education which leads to a purpose in life. Dr. Gautam Ghosh, Vice Chancellor, GIET University, Gunupur. I'd like to request Dr. Ghosh to address our noble audience with his knowledgeable words. Sir, please.
It's okay. Thank you. A very good morning to you of all. Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Ajay Kumar Garg, former Senior Director of MEIT. Honorable Chairman, Professor S.P. Panda, sir. Honorable Vice President, Dr. C.D. Panda. Director General, Dr. Jagdish Panda. Professor Kamlesh Mahapatra from NIT, Rourkela. Dr. Vibhu Datta Sahu from NIT, Rourkela. Deans of various schools, COE, Dr. Panigrahi, Dr. Brojo, distinguished speakers, delegates, colleagues, and students. With a great pleasure, I welcome you all in this international conference on this IEEE second international conference on sustainable energy, signal processing, cybersecurity, which is being held currently on hybrid mode. As I see, this conference is going to address quite a few key challenges are distributed over 4 track areas such as power and sustainable energy, signal processing, cyber security and VLSI design, etc. over the next 3 days. All these areas are very pertinent and relevant in today's context. We all are aware of how the cyber security has become a major challenge for the nation as a whole. We are developing robust system, but at times important information and data are getting breached. Today, we are concerned as how our personal data are protected. Even the patient data from hospitals at times getting breached. You must have heard recent data breach from the All Institute of Medical Science. The entire patient data for few years have been lost. The conference will provide an excellent platform to take an in-depth look at many issues raised by the scientific communities and its obstacles and the opportunities created by developing new products, services, and its application. So I hope and appreciate that we all should use this platform towards strengthening our relationships in developing joint research collaborations in trust areas. So I welcome you all once again in this beautiful campus. Hope you will enjoy the place thoroughly and wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for relating the idea of sustainable energy, cybersecurity, and signal processing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, among us today is present a leader whose actions inspires others to dream more, and the person who created more leaders. It would be my privilege to request Dr. Jagdish Panda, Director General, GIET University, Gunupur, to address our noble audience. Sir, please.
Very good morning to the dignitaries on the dais, dignitary of the dais, dear students, invitees, and press people. Especially, I extend my hearty thanks to Dr. Vibhudatta Sahu sir, Kamalakanta Mahapatra sir, and Dr. Ajay K. Garg sir. We are proud to get you here, sir. And for the students especially, I will say, it's a nice opportunity that three important things in our life are going to be discussed in these 3 days. Sustainable energy, signal processing, cyber security. All the things are important. Every day, the technique changes and we have to incorporate all these in our life so that in coming time, you will flourish like anything. You may be knowing that geothermal, tidal energy, and biocompost, like many renewable energy are coming up, which are yet to be utilized in a proper manner. Like that, cyber security is also a difficult task, becomes a difficult task day by day. So research in that field is most required. I think this is the opportunity that you are getting a large galaxy of knowledgeable persons you are getting at a stage. So utilize and get out of the most. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for briefing about some of the renewable energy resources for utilization. A personnel who strongly values the ancient wisdom and also updates himself with the recent technologies and management, who holds the capacity to lead our minds from knowledge to wisdom, none other than Dr. Chandradhwaja Panda, Vice President, GIET University, Gunupur. It would be my immense pleasure to invite Dr. Panda to address our noble gathering with his words of wisdom. Sir, please.
Good morning. Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Gar, General Chair, Dr. Mahapatra, General Chair, Dr. Dr. Panigrahi, again General Chair, Dr. Mahapatra, Technical Program Chair, Dr. Sahu, my beloved Director General, Vice Chancellor, Bujau, the Principal, the Dean, School of Engineering, School of Agriculture, School of Management, Dean Academics, professors and heads of the department, dear colleagues, members from the news media and electronics media, my beloved students. It's a rare occasion and a platform where we got Dr. Garg. He is a visionary. I was discussing with him. He had so much of knowledge that once we patiently hear to him, perhaps we can decide what may be our future. When I was discussing with him, sir, how can my people, my students, my teachers, everybody, they have developed belongingness. And he was praising, appreciating the effort of the GIET University family. Just I told, sir, yes, we are making our efforts, but we have different dreams, but we are not able to get proper guides. So can you extend your helping hand? He has assured me. So let us give a big hand. And also he got experts from NIT Rourkela and also Professor Pandey, Professor Debabrat Naik, Professor Sudhakar Mukhopadhyay, Lamel A. Sauja, Arvind Rautrai, and Kailash Chandra Rai. These are the experts, keynote speakers who will enlighten us on the topic. I always tell that we should have the urge to learn. Learning should be an adventure. So when you will hear to these people, these experts, during these 3 days, you will come up, you will enrich your knowledge, there is no doubt in that. But I would like to request the HOD EEE, what is the outcome of these 3 days? There should be a write-up. There should be a write-up. What exactly the result of this 3-day conference, and what should we do, what we learn, what we should do in future. That should be your thought. Otherwise, there is no meaning in going for conferences, seminars, etc., etc. As I was discussing with Professor Bijay and Gar sir, since the topic is sustainable energy, what is that? Sustainable energy, signal processing, and cyber security. All these are important. All these are important. We know it, but we are not able to understand how they can be, how these problems can be solved. Okay, you may say solar energy is an alternative energy. How we have to come up with solar energy and how they will be properly utilized. I have seen many solar energy units, many thousands, but they are not able to get the return properly. Why should an entrepreneur will go for solar energy? And your cyber security, already the government has taken steps for cyber security. But to what extent it has controlled, that we have to understand. There are experts here. My dear student friends, please have a patient hearing to the lectures, discussions. Definitely you will come up with a flying color. And I'm happy to know that the HOD is telling, say, more of our students, they will present papers. So I am proud of you. Come up. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your warm motivation and suggestions. And we really assure you that from this international symposium, we are going to definitely gain idea and learn more knowledge. Well, moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, there is a personality among us who believes on the fact that unless you try to do something beyond what you have already mastered, you will never grow. The, the person who did the research on vast areas, none other than Dr. Kamalakanta Mahapatra, who is presently serving as Professor HAG in EC Department at NIT Rourkela. His research interest includes embedded systems, digital VLSI design, hardware security, industrial electronics, and Internet of Things. He has graduated 23 PhDs, completed 8 sponsored research and development projects, and has authored a huge number of publications. He also received the coveted J.C. Bose Award in the year 2040 for the best engineering-oriented research. And in addition, he is also a senior member of IEEE and is currently serving as a chairman of IEEE Rourkela subsection. I would like to request Dr. Mahapatra to address our noble audience. Sir, please.
Good morning, everybody. Dignitaries on the dais, our chief guest, Dr. Ajay Garg Sarji, our dignitaries from GIET Gunupur, Dr. Panda, Dr. Jagdish Panda, Dr. Chandrajot Panda, and Professor Gautam Ghosh, and my co-general chair, Professor Panigrai, and my colleague and young friend, Professor Vibhudat, the TPC chair. Well, my role is little different. I am becoming both a host as well as a guest because being general chair, it is supposed to be the conference, the kind of prime mover for going ahead. And but obviously, I am not a localite. The conferences can be held at any place, but the decision was to have it in GIET campus, and therefore Professor Pratap Panigrai was the primary prime mover, move it further. And myself, we are sitting at Rourkela. So he did almost all the jobs. We assisted him as and when required. And so also I had with me Professor Vibhudat, who took the entire responsibility of technical program. And we got typically around 300, little less than 300, 280 plus papers, out of which we could go up to, you have to accommodate papers. So therefore, we have to sort of getting into 40%. So 124 probably is the number that we could accommodate over the next 3 days. And there was another big challenge to get people for keynotes, because the conference theme is into 3 different major tracks. But that, if you look at honestly, it almost covers up everything. When you use the word sustainable energy, it covers up power system, energy systems, power electronics, drives, and that probably getting into almost every part in electrical engineering, and obviously control system into it. And then we had signal processing, which has application virtually in almost every field. start from power system to get into anything, to image processing, to robotics, to everywhere. And then coming to cybersecurity, having Dr. Ajay Garg in the audience as the chief guest. Last 10, 12 years, the industry has become very concerned about security. Academia has become a concern in the last 10 years. I am a person who works in that particular area. Garg sir would be able to tell you that MeitY has taken serious steps funding projects on security in the last 5 to 7 years. And whenever we have talked about security, people have laughed at us. They say that, ye aadmi karta kya hai? Security bahut chillata hai. But I'll give you one of the simplest examples, and then you would understand that yes, security is important. We say security is important because it has its own, and beyond that, when IoT, embedded system, all these things are coming into picture, then it is becoming even more serious. Let's say that you have a patient at Gunupur, and hopefully, I don't really know much about Gunupur, even though I'm from Odisha. I'm extremely sorry. But I hope we don't have the kind of cardiologists that we are supposed to have in this particular city. And then when the ECG is taken, probably the right kind of treatment may not be available. So now we are sending the same sample and the same photograph over to, say, Apollo Hyderabad or AIIMS Delhi. Now the question is that if the patient can get treatment from Apollo Hyderabad or AIIMS Delhi, absolutely correct. But imagine when this ECG is being sent, if at all it gets tampered, then the doctor sitting at AIIMS or any place cannot do anything, and whole situation will become even more serious. And so what happens is that the data tampering has been happening. So that's the kind of things, and that's even more serious that I said about the cyber security kind of thing. Even more serious that when you are talking about so much, and we have gone in front of this space, defense and everything, that our data, our devices, everything has to be absolutely secure. And therefore, the whole country is now looking at that point very seriously. And if I go to believe in the press and everything, then USA is spending typically $50 billion on security projects, both hardware as well as software security, in the next few years. And the government of India is going to spend, I'm saying government, not the industry and academia, whatever they do, but we are also dependent on government indirectly through for our projects, almost spending $30 billion. So I said 30 billion and 50 billion because that's the kind of figures that we have. So also the entire globe is concerned. So with security, so this year, we have tried to give maximum focus onto that. But whenever you want to do that, obviously, you'll have to focus on to BLSA design, embedded system, IoT, and all similar kinds of stuffs. And because the way Modi ji tells us now that you have to become an Atmanirbhar Bharat, and so on and so forth, that we have to do Make in India and everything. So there is a big challenge ahead of us that we have to build stuffs. And if we have to build stuffs, then you know that what our country needs now is actually a manufacturing semiconductor facilities. And that's what has been declared already by the government of India. And so hopefully that we get. And if we do that, then probably a lot of things will happen. Because we sometimes feel little awkward that India, having the 1/6 population of the country, using probably the maximum number of mobile phones, TV sets, we don't really have anything of our own. We assemble everything, but if you look at the TV market, you find Sony, you find Samsung, you find LG, Samsung, Korean, Sony, and similarly all other gadgets. So why not do of our own? And if we go into that Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat, then semiconductor manufacturing has to take place. And so the conference is contemporary. The only thing I find that because it has been declared into the hybrid board, many of our participants have opted for, online presentations, but I hope next time they come here or any place that an IEEE conference is being held, and so that they actually, talk to peers, talk to colleagues, and learn even more and more. That's what is the whole purpose. I mean, getting more contacts, getting more ideas, securing a research project, or coming up with collaborative projects. And if that is not done, then the whole purpose of the conference will not be solved. But hopefully the next 3 days will be a great thought process and thought-provoking issues for all the people they are being present over here. Attendees, that's, I find a lot of students are over here, and the faculties and all the officials of this particular place, hopefully they will have. So the next 3 days, the weather is very nice. It's not very cold. I thought it would be cold, but it's not so. So you'll have a great time. Try to learn as much as possible, because conference is one place that gives you. I wish everything happens nicely and we come out and give one of the best reports to IEEE. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving a quick brief about the sustainable energy, signal processing, and cybersecurity, as well as the collaborative research. Well, peers, one of the personalities today present among us who is all set for a mission to enhance the optimal growth of economy by blending the technology, innovation, and the ecosystem. The person who is a thought leader and business growth strategist, Dr. Ajay Kumar Garg. Allow me to introduce you all to Dr. Garg. Presently, he was the former chief scientist, senior director, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, GOI. He completed his PhD from IIT Kanpur in material engineering, working on electrochemical devices and materials in the year 1996. He did his MTech from IIT Kanpur in material engineering in the year 1991 and BTech from IIT Roorkee in electrical engineering. He had been the head of the division for international cooperation in 2013, head of the division for startups, innovation, and IPR. He had also been the head of the division for e-commerce and chief vigilance officer. He had been the head of division for software industry promotion in the year 2016. He strategically negotiated various agreements, trade issues, as well as MOUs, and managing such agreements with more than 50 countries. He devised Startup India program policies for startup promotion, brought in startup technology incubation and development entrepreneur scheme, and developed MeitY Startup Hub created. He published journals and book chapters related to biomass and ecosystem with the growth of futuristic energy devices and industry. Without any delay, I'd like to invite Dr. Garg to address our noble gathering. Sir, please.
Good morning to all. On the onset, let me thank the president and the chairman of this institute, GIET University, Dr. Satyaprakash Panda, Dr. Jagdish Panda, Dr. Chandradhas Panda, and all who have made this beautiful institute in this remote place. Let me thank them for bringing me here in this serene environment. It has been a pleasure since yesterday to be in this place. Let me thank Professor Gautam Ghosh, Vice Chancellor, GIET, Professor Mahapatra, Professor Sahau, the program chair from GIET, Professor Panigrai, all other deans and faculties for organizing this very, very useful and very apt conference in this university. And let me congratulate them and thank them. And good morning all to my friends, faculty, GIET, dignitaries of the dais, and dear students. It's a huge pleasure to be here in GIET. Not for the reason that it's customary to say that, but realizing that this environment exists in a place called Gunupur make me think that the dreams of Gandhi, who said 75 years back that the Indian economy starts from the villages, starts from the remotest of places. And it can only start from the remotest of places when the knowledge and the local ecosystems come together. And GIET has done that. Thank you. And there cannot be a more apt time than this for you to be present here, gaining knowledge and imparting knowledge than any other time. Because now technology for tomorrow, the economy for tomorrow will solve local problems and create economic benefits. Now the problems and their solutions will be the future of economy, and that's what Industry 4.0 is. Here data is important, and we as a country of 1.3 billion produce the maximum data. Here, someone who understands problem and has the skill set to solve those problems will be the future of economy. And I think you are the most apt people to do so. You understand the problem from the locals and you have the capability to solve these problems through the educational system that has been created in this place. So it's a huge pleasure for me to come and this university, get associated with this, and I look forward to be more closely associated with this university. Thank you. I also congratulate the program chairs and IEEE and their management in NIT Rourkela for choosing a topic which is most apt at this moment. Talking about sustainable energy, talking about signal processing and cybersecurity. These are some of the very, very pertinent and apt problems because of three reasons. India and the world has made specific commitments under the COP27 for making this our earth a better place to live with more reduced carbon emissions and fighting the global warming that is a very, very challenging task ahead. India has given itself a target of reducing the burden on fossil fuels and the means by which electricity is generated and 50% of our energy will come from renewable sources by 2030 and 100% by 2050. A huge challenge forward. How do you get this sustainable ecosystem into the system? There are solutions available. The world is moving towards electric vehicles and battery-based management systems, and most of it is lithium-ion based. We as a country do not have any resources around the lithium-ion. If you have to look around lithium as an ore, you will be looking towards South America, Bosnia, Australia, and even China, and they are not sustainable systems. The challenge today is that the sustainable or the renewable energy or battery storage has to come from resources which are available locally. If Orissa is a resourceless region with a lot of resources under the soil, how can we actually fruitfully use them as renewable energy sources or storage sources? That is, I think, if that is discussed in the next 3 days, that will help immensely to the future sustainability in the economic sense for Indian energy systems. If we look at the world, the supply chain is a big challenge. Post-COVID, the supply chain has been disrupted. The world has again been divided into two geopolitical regions, the East and the West. There was the East, which was different in terms of Russia or the USSR in the Cold War region, but now there is a different East. The supply chain, at one time it was so that the manufacturing happened in China and the services happened in India for the world. And we championed ourselves as services industry, and with a $200+ billion services industry, most of the manufacturing goods used to come from China. But the post-COVID, this sustainability has been broken. And this not only impacts the manufacturing ecosystem, it also impacts the energy ecosystem. You know, most of the energy that is produced in China, the coal comes from Australia. There is a disruption in that. The energy prices are going to go up, and it will be substantiated with what's happening in Ukraine and Russia. So there is a huge challenge in terms of sustainability for the future that we need to look at. So if you are looking at problems, the economy faces, the global economy faces, the locals face, that's what is our prime focus of this. And I think this conference will address that. When we talk about signal processing and cybersecurity, we must have recently, we all read in the newspaper that one of our most robust healthcare systems was disrupted by a cyber attack just 4 days back. And it was discussed in the parliament also yesterday. What does it actually signal to you or indicate to you? It indicates two things. That the future of tomorrow, the warfare of tomorrow will be cyber. The diplomacy will move from physical systems to cyber systems. And we need to make them robust. That's essential. But the second important thing is more important. Now the digital will disrupt any sort of thing that is happening on this earth. A hospital or a medical facility got disrupted because of a cyber attack. There was no doctor which was ill. There was no nurse which was ill. There was no physical system which was affected. But it was a cyber system which was affected in a medical facility, which disrupted the medical system. That's more important for you to understand. Because if you are making your digital system strong, you are making the whole ecosystem strong. Tomorrow, the agriculture will be impacted by a cyber attack. The supply chain will be impacted. You think of a thing, you yourself will be impacted. If you don't get Facebook for 15 minutes, I think most of you will be impacted. Or the Instagram. I'm an old school, so you are the new school people, Instagram. So you will be impacted. There was no WhatsApp for 20 minutes, and that was the headlines in the world. Some 1 month back. Was it so? So what I mean to say that cyber security is becoming the core of the security ecosystem of the country or of the global system. And it's very essential that the cyber security systems are made more robust and strong. And I think this conference for next 3 days will deliberate on those issues. So what I say is that we are in a very exciting time. We are at the best place to actually leverage from those exciting opportunities, and we need to make the best use of it. And I hope this 3 days conference will deliberate on these issues. And I congratulate you once again for this conference. Thank you once more.
Thank you so much, sir, for briefing about the present situation of our ecosystem the present importance of cybersecurity and signal processing upon our ecosystem. And we assure you, definitely in these 3 days of this conference, of the symposium, these issues are going to be discussed thoroughly. Well, audience, due to some issues, our Honorable President, Sir, Dr. Satyaprakash Panda is not present over here today among us, but he sent his gratitude and blessings for the successful initiation and completion of this international symposium. Well, now it is the time for us for the release of proceedings by chief guest. I'd like to request our honorable chief guest to do the honor of releasing the proceedings. Dear audience, give a big round of applause. Now I'd like to request our chief guest and dignitaries to have the release of the t-shirt. Now, I'd like to request our Honorable Vice President, Dr. Chandradhwaja Panda, to felicitate Dr. Ajay Kumar Garg as a token of appreciation and gratitude. Sir, give a big round of applause to your audience. Thank you, sir. We are really honored to have you here on this international symposium. Now, I'd like to request our Honorable Director General, Dr. Jagdish Panda, to felicitate Dr. Kamalakanta Mahapatra as a token of gratitude and appreciation. We are honored to have you, sir, on this International Symposium Forum. Now, I'd like to request Dr. Gautam Ghosh, Vice Chancellor, GIET University, to felicitate Dr. Bibhudatta Sahu. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Gautam Ghosh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Bibhudatta, sir, to be present over here on this International Symposium Forum. Dear audience, today among us is such a special invitee, Dr. Vijay Kumar Sahu, who is the HOD, Technology Innovation Support Center and Intellectual Property Felicitation Center in RDC. I'd like to request our Honorable Vice President, Dr. Chandradhwaja Panda, to felicitate Dr. Vijay Kumar Sahu. Thank you so much, Vijay sir, to be present over here on this International Symposium Forum. Dear audience, one more round of applause, please. To appreciate our General Chair, Program Chair, keynote speakers, research personals, dignitaries, management team, I'd like to request Professor Balram Das, Associate Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, GIET University, to cast the vote of thanks. Sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected chief guest of the conference, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, distinguished delegates in the conference, dear faculty members, staff members, media personalities, and my dear students, a very good morning to one and all present over here. Today, I feel incredibly honored and privileged to have been allowed to extend a vote of thanks on this auspicious occasion. On behalf of organizing committee, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Ajay K. Garg, Senior Director, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, for his gracious participation in this inaugural session. Despite his busy schedule, he joined with us and enlightened by his valuable thoughts. Thank you, sir, for your benign presence, and we will meet you soon again in our campus. I heartily thank the General Chair of the conference, Dr. Kamalakant Mahapatra, sir, Professor, Electronics Communication Engineering, Department, NIT Rourkela, for his continuous support and guidance to conduct such a program that definitely will increase our university as well as department visibility and outreach activity. Thank you very much, sir. I'm also thankful to our technical program chair, Dr. Bibhudatta Sahu, sir, Associate Professor, Department of CSE, NIT Rourkela, who has given invaluable time to review the total of 288 submitted papers by various reviewers from IITs, NITs, Jadavpur University, Kolkata University, VSSD Burla, IIITs, VITs, SRMS, etc. Thank you, sir. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to express my profound gratitude to our beloved President, Dr. Satyaprakash Panda, sir, for his blessings and motivations. So you are a source of inspiration and energy. Thank you, sir, for your blessings always. We most humbly thank our beloved Vice President, sir, Dr. Chandradas Panda, sir, for his exceptional leadership, guidance, and motivation. Thank you, sir, for shaping us so well. I would like to record our deep sense of obligations to our Director General, Dr. Jagdish Panda, sir, for his motivation and dynamic leadership. Thank you, sir, for your continuous support and guidance. I am very happy to offer sincere thanks to our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Gautam Ghosh, for his continuous motivation. Registrar Dr. NVG Jagannath Rao, sir, for his continuous support and encouragement. They supported in all possible manner to organize this event successfully. We are thankful to the Chair IEEE Kolkata section, Dr. Susamita Mitra, Chair IEEE Bhubaneswar subsection, Dr. Samant Rai, and Chair IEEE Rourkela subsection, Dr. KK Mahapatra, for giving us technical sponsorship for the conference. I would like to thank all the dignitaries of the dais for giving their time in this conference. I'm also thankful to all the media persons for helping us and creating wide publicity of this International IEEE Symposium. I also thanks to our deans, deputy deans, all professors, faculty colleagues, staffs, and others who have forwarded their hands to make this inaugural function a grand success. Last but not the least, I would like to thank my dear students, and without their presence, it is not possible to give this shape to this conference. If time is money, then today you have spent millions for us. Thank you all of you for making this event successful. Have a wonderful staying at Gunupur. Enjoy the conference and the campus life of GIET University. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your warm appreciation as a gratitude. Now we will be having a tea break. We'll be having a tea break for half an hour, and the next session will be